Welcome back to Bows and Balls. I'm Brent. Today we're going to do a little video on a few ways to keep yourself from getting scammed when buying a snake. A few things that I always do for my people, that get snakes from me to make them feel comfortable and, purchasing from me. To set everybody's mind at ease when they buy any animal from me. I always make sure that I do a few of these things. Now, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to try to take some snakes out that I don't think that I've even showed, or if I have showed, haven't showed very often. This is Gypsy. She is a very shy snake. But she's always good. She is a firefly. Alright, a few things that I do for my people when they're buying a snake from me is I always, when I take a photo of the snake, I put their name and the date in the photograph. I'll literally photograph the snake with a piece of paper with their name and the actual date and time beside the snake. So not only does it show that I actually have the snake in my possession, because a lot of people will sell snakes that they don't, or try to sell snakes they don't even have in their possession. The scammers will take a picture from somebody else and just post it and then just keep sending these pictures to people, when they don't even have the snake. So it's really almost impossible to go and put a piece of paper with your name, date, and time in the photo with a snake if you don't have the snake in your possession. Something else you can do, you don't have to have them put your name in it. Have them stick a fork or ask them to stick a spoon. You can ask them to actually put something in the photo so you know for a fact that they own that snake. And I don't even have, nobody ever has to ask me any of that. I automatically do it on my own, because there was a few things, that was what I always asked the breeders when I bought anything from them. She will come out. Like I said, I know I said that Duchess, my clown het for Pied, is my most shy snake, but she's not. This girl Gypsy is. She's always been a sweetheart, has never acted like she was going to bite or anything like that. It's not her favorite being held, but she prefers to be held by me, because when I'm cleaning her tub and I let the wife hold her, she's another one of those snakes that's always reaching out to trying to get to me. So she is definitely more comfortable, being held by me than with anybody else. I can still let other people hold her though, and it's never an issue. It just takes a little longer for her to come out of her ball, or she's one of the only few that actually ever does like ball up, and you kind of have to coax her out. Feedback. Most every place has got feedback. Morph Market has feedback. People that are thinking about buying a snake from me can go on and look, and I've got reviews. I've got like 5 reviews. The only 5 snakes that I sold on Morph Market, and I have reviews. I got lucky, and I got the people that bought snakes from me actually left me reviews. And speaking of Morph Market, if you looking for my Morph Market coming up, it's not going to be up. I'm going to actually not re-up my subscription for probably till March. There's absolutely no shipping. I will not ship anything this time of year. And I haven't gotten enough people in the state of Maine. You know, I've only sold maybe 2 snakes in this state that actually were pickups that came to the house and picked them up. All my other snakes I had to ship. So because of that, I'm not gonna renew my subscription until after I can at least start shipping again. You know, once I can start shipping, then I'll pick my Morph Market subscription back up. But I don't see much need in trying to sell snakes that I can't ship right now. Because most of the time, if anybody's thinking about getting a snake from me, as soon as they find out that shipping's probably not going to be till end of March, you know, April, people are going to start looking somewhere else to get a snake, which is fine. I totally understand. See how she is a little shy? But you see, it doesn't turn into nothing. You know, I can still touch her on her face and stuff. It's just not her favorite. And she is a firefly. She's like yellow and brown. This is brown in here. I really thought it was black. I thought she was black and white. Black and yellow when I originally picked her up, and she was not. She was brown when we got her. I was a little disappointed in that, but she's still a beautiful snake. And she's still a good girl, even though she's a little shy. So anyway, have somebody put your name and yeah, and when we first got her, she would run to the back of her tub when we stuck her back in here. And you'll see, she goes nice and slow now. Let's see. She does go back nice and slow, and she is my shyest snake. I only have 2 shy snakes, and it's like I said, it's never an issue. They're shy, and I just try to be real gentle, you know, extra gentle. I try to be a little slower, you know, movement-wise with her, and it's always a pleasant experience, even though she is a little shy. But you see, if she was like really, really stressed right now, she would have went beelining in her enclosure, in her hide, and she's fine. All right, let's take another one out that I don't normally take out all the time, so that way nobody thinks that I'm just honing in on certain snakes. Because I don't. I pick them all up. This is a banana or a coral glow. I'm leaning more towards like a pastel coral glow, because he looks a lot like Callie. I got another banana, coral glow, pastel banana, coral glow banana. Not coral glow banana, it's a pastel coral glow, sorry. And this was a pickup, free pickup. This is one of the snakes that I got for somebody else was getting out of keeping snakes, and they offered them up to me for free. I paid absolutely nothing for this snake. You smell my hands pretty good. See him? I haven't touched any rats or anything. He just, for some reason, likes the smell of my hand, I guess. He's focused straight on that hand. But anyway, I got him with 2 other snakes. I got him with this normal. He just ate, that's why his paper towel's a little dirty there. But we got him with this normal and an albino pied. But I'm thinking these were pet store pickups. You know what I mean? These weren't picked up from a breeder. These were pet store pickups. So there's really no way of telling exactly what's in these guys other than what you can visually see. And visually, this looks like a coral glow or a banana. a pastel banana or a coral glow, pastel coral glow. And we also got this girl over here. I know I have shown her. She's the albino pied. But her markings, I'm starting to think that she's got dreamsicle in her too. Because she's got those dreamsicle markings in her yellow, in her orangish yellow pad in there. But not too bad for free. This guy here and that albino pied. Obviously, another good way of not getting scammed is try to stay with, you know, your breeders that people know, you know, that you've heard of and other people have heard of. Yes, I know I say all the time, try to, you know, if you're a first time snake owner, you know, try to find those small breeders, you know, kind of like me or whatever, you know, that have more time to handle their animals and such, because, you know, small breeders like me, we're more hands-on, only because we've got we don't have 100 snakes, you know, so we can actually, you know, hold and all that and get you farther ahead with your snake, as opposed to somebody that's a big breeder that doesn't have the time to actually hold these snakes, you know. All they're basically doing is feeding and caring for them. So this is Freckles. We came up with the name Freckles for him because you can see he's full of freckles. He's loaded with them. He's probably got more than my coral glow. But he's a great guy. He really is. He's a great guy. I'll pull my other banana out if I can get him back in here. There we go. See how nice and slow. Now I'll go back. We'll take out another. This guy is a banana GHI paradox. And this is who we call Max. This is Max. He also came from the breeder I got my banana Lhasa Mojave from, that has the spider problems, the wobble and corkscrewing and such. But this guy came from the same breeder, and there's his paradox right there. And Max is a super sweet snake. He was very tiny. He was tiny when we got him. And as you can see, he still really hasn't grown that much. He's a 2021 baby. And he is such a good boy. He has got great pattern. You see that crazy ass pattern? And because he's like any other banana, he's got the freckles in him. But he is gorgeous. Look at that. Actually, his pattern looks beautiful right there, I think. I think it looks smashing. Yes, he is pretty too, and he is a good boy. Another, you know, rub him on his head, you know, touch him around his face, up around my face. I mean, he's within a couple inches of my face, you know. I love these guys. Snakes are awesome. You know, it's like any other pet. You get twice as much back as you put into them. You just gotta be, you know, just treat them with extra, you know, extra patience, and just try not to be, you know, what they would feel over aggressive, you know, being over aggressive. Just nice and slow movements. You know, with him, it's not a big deal. I'm just saying for your new snakes, when you get a new snake, just be, You know, sit down and hang out with them. Let them do what they want to do in the beginning. You know, just kind of, you know, keep them from getting into mischief, but let them kind of do their own thing. You know, don't be just always constantly trying to, you know, restrain them and all that. You know, I try to just redirect my snakes. You know, if they're doing something, you know, they're starting to get away or whatever, I just kind of redirect them. I don't make them think that I'm actually trying to make them do what I want. It's more of a, hey, why don't we do this instead? You know, and I don't know how to explain it. But I try to make it like, even with my kids, you know, on certain things, I kind of would make it sound like it was more of a, hey, would you do that for me? Not, hey, go do that. You know, granted, there was some stuff that, hey, yeah, you know, you're supposed to do this and go do it. But a lot of times, you know, I just, you know, I made it more almost like it was a decision they make, that they decide on their own. And I do the same thing kind of with my snakes, you know. Hey, I don't really want you going there, so I'll just kind of, you know, I'll just kind of pick you up and I'll kind of redirect you over here. You know, that's all it is. I'm not actually keeping them from actually doing anything, moving around or anything like that. And as you can see, you know, ball python, that's not just sitting here. You know, and it's not because he's stressed. I believe that ball pythons, when they don't move around a lot, it's because they're not feeling safe in their surroundings. When they're safe and secure, all my snakes, they all move around, whether they're boas, balls, or what. They all move around. They don't really try to get away. They're just kind of moving around, checking stuff out, you know. And you don't ever see me sitting here chasing my snakes around. You know, if I was chasing my snakes around, that would be a good indicator that my snakes would be stressed. If you just constantly have to, you know, keep them where, you know, where you kind of want them. I'm not holding him in any way. He'd go anywhere he wants right now, and he chooses just to kind of hang out in my hand. You know, but this is Max, and Max is a banana GHI paradox, and we'll show that paradox again here if I can find it. Right there. Here's his paradox. It's just a black mark, and that paradox does not mean that if I breed him that you'll get paradox in any of the clutch. It's just a, you know, it's just one of those random things. But this is Maxie, and we'll put Max back. And I can see Apollo. Apollo wants to come out, so we'll show you how my snakes normally greet me first thing in the morning, and this is no shit. First thing in the morning, when I open tubs, almost every one of my snakes does just this right here. And I want you to see how close my face is. This is normally how my snakes greet me first thing in the morning and last thing at night, when after it's, you know, food time or whatever, and I'm in here checking on them. This is normal behavior for my snakes. For me to, once I'm in here and they realize I'm in here and it's not, you know, middle of the day, this is how they act. All my snakes. Motley comes out almost every morning and right there at the front of her tub greeting me. And I have lots of them like that. I have snakes that say goodnight to me at night, Raven, almost every night when I come through, because I check every one of these tubs. That means opening every one of the tubs up, making sure they got moisture, making sure they haven't gone to the bathroom, and literally she'll come right out. She acts, to some people they'd think, oh, she's in food mode because she's right there, and as I'm opening it, she's like beep 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 beep, you know. bouncing off the front of her tub, but as soon as I open it up, she comes up real nice and slow and just sits her head up on the tub and just watches me, and I leave her out. I leave her tub open and I do all my cleaning and all that, and any snakes that are like that, normally I open the tub up and I just allow them to sit there and hang out, you know, and watch me do my thing. You know, it's something else to get them used to you. You know, if they feel like watching you and hanging out like that, let them do it. Let them do it. Yes, everybody knows this is Apollo. But for those of you that don't know, he is a clown, Enchi, 100% het for clown, 100% het for albino, rather, sorry. And he's proved, there's a guarantee, because we've proven this clutch out. This was a fantastic clutch. Fantastic clutch. I got an Enchi albino, 100% het for clown. I got a double het clown, a het for clown, het for albino, and then I got this guy. I got a clown Enchi albino out of the same clutch. I think I only had 2 clown het for albino, 100% het for albinos, and so that was a pretty good clutch, you know. Got some visual stuff out of it, and then got the double het, you know, which was fine. And it was a special looking double het. It doesn't just look like a normal double het. It's got a really cool pattern. My son actually has it, and maybe someday when I'm over to his place, I'll do video on the 2 snakes that he has at his house that he got from me. He got the Enchi albino, 100% het for clown from me, and he got that double het for clown and het for albino. Let's see his eyes. I hope they're showing up. They're probably not. And you can see he's such a good boy. He actually eats tonight. This baby eats tonight. We'll take another baby out. We'll take out Lieutenant Dan, because I think he was wanting to come out. It was either Ziggy or Lieutenant Dan. Oh, Ziggy was coming out. Let's see. And I reach in and pat him. Well, Ziggy, Lieutenant Dan didn't want to come out, but Ziggy's going to come out. Watch. See? See Ziggy? Hi, bud. You fix your paper towel up. Come on, buddy. Come on, bud. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Ziggy Pop. He is a clown, 66% het for pied. And he also eats tonight. It's not a big deal. I can hold these guys just before I feed them. I'm not recommending anybody do that, but my snakes are so used to me and so chill that literally I can handle these guys within a half an hour of feeding them, and it wouldn't affect them at all. If anything, the only thing it might do is it might just make them want to make sure that much harder that it's food before they strike it, but they always eat. I mean, literally, I've gone and opened tub up and gone, oh crap, they went to the bathroom, and then I got food in one hand, literally in tongs, open the tub up with one hand, have food and tongs in the other, and go, oh shit, they went to the bathroom. So I go and I put the food away, and then I take them out, I clean them, throw them back in, and no sooner than I throw them back in there and I offer them food, and they always eat. I've never had anybody refuse because I changed them just before they ate. And I've also gone and fed them and found out right after that I fed them, I see some pee in the back corner of their tub, and I'll go, oh crap. So I've actually waited for them to go and finish their meal, and right after, go in, pull them out. My wife holds them. What we do, and if any snake's eaten or anything like that, she'll just take them out and she keeps them completely flat. She does not move them around. She doesn't try patting them. She just supports all their body weight. And I clean the tub, and then we stick them back in there. And literally in the 4 years that this has happened, I probably have had to do it 10 to 15 times. I've gone and taken them out, cleaned them, put them back in, and either fed them or I had to take them out after they fed to change them. Because when I say that I can't stand to have my snakes in a mess, I can't. I just can't. It's the ADD, ADHD, whatever you want to call it. Oh, we won't mess with Peanut. We'll take somebody else out. We'll take a fire out. We'll take this girl right out. See, she's balled up. I reached straight in. You see her head right here? I reached straight in over the top of her. She was already like this. And you watch, she'll instantly come out because this girl is such a sweetheart. She's another one of those snakes first thing in the morning when I'm checking tubs. As soon as the light comes on in here, and I go through and start checking tubs, literally their heads are peeking right out, saying good morning, you know. And the ones that pop right out, I'll either stick up on top of the rack, because sometimes we have so many out that the wife can't hold all of them. So I'll throw a few up on top of the rack just to let them sit there and hang out, you know, so they can be out. You know, my snakes don't just live in these tubs. My snakes are out all the time, and anytime any of them want to come out, I'm never too busy to take them out for a few minutes. I'm just not. That's just the way I am with my animals. When I'm in here and I'm checking on them, if they want to come out, I'm taking you out. I don't just keep them in these tubs. You know, these snakes actually do have a life. You know, they don't just sit in this room. I go in the other room, we take them out, we watch TV, we watch movies with them. I mean, we pretty much still do a normal thing here at home. We just normally always have snakes out. You know, it's just the way it is here. You know, I don't have these animals just to breed and produce babies. These are my pets. These mean more to me than any amount of money that, you know, that anybody could ever offer me. Most of these animals are not for sale. You know, I think I've only got 3 on Morph Market even listed out of this whole collection of 35, 36 snakes. I've got three listed, and that's it. And because I'm pretty much to the point where I'm not going to breed anymore unless things turn around, you know. And I'm just going to enjoy my pets because that's why I bought them in the beginning. So, you know, I'm still happy. You know, I'm very happy. You know, the food bill sucks. But like I said, that's just part of it, and I don't care. I'll pay it till I don't have any snakes anymore. You know, when they come to the end of their life, that's when I won't have to feed them anymore. But until then, you know, I'm gonna have these guys for the rest of my life anyway. So, not saying that if the right person came over and said, hey, you know, I'm really into, you know, one of my babies that I planned on keeping, you know, like this girl is not for sale, you know, but the right person comes to me, and it's not going to be about the money. It's about the right person. I'm not about money. When it comes to these snakes, I care less about the money. It's all about getting my snakes in the right homes. And if they're not, then my home is the right home. My home is the right home. I know that for a fact. That my house is a good place and is the right place for these guys, but I'm not saying that I'm the only right place. Now, if somebody else came to me and fell right in love with her, and I knew and I could feel that they were really going to do what's best for this girl, then I might actually think about letting her go. But it won't be about any money. It'll be about the feeling that I get inside knowing that she's going to a better place, or at least as good a place as our place. Because I've got time and I've got energy and love invested in these animals, and they all mean something to me. And it has nothing to do with money. Not one friggin' thing about money. It's just about me and loving these animals. I got into all these snakes because of pets, and yes, then I decided, because I started talking to a friend and he said, oh, you should breed. And then we decided we were going to do the breeding thing together. And then we decided we kind of really, had different ideas and this and that, and decided we weren't gonna do the breeding thing together. So he started doing his thing and I started doing mine, and he's done really well. Granted, the way things are in the world today has affected him also. I mean, he's done way better than I did the first year, and he's still doing well. But he's not doing as well as he was when we first, got into it. So, but I'm pretty much out of it. I'm just in it for the pets, which is really what I was into it for in the beginning. So I'm not crying in my Cheerios, because I got all kinds of snakes and I got no way to take care of them because my snakes aren't selling. And no, that wasn't, I had already thought about all that, the food bill and all that, when I started getting these snakes. I didn't wake up, 4 years later and go, oh my word, what did I do? No, because I'm still with the same plan that I had in the very beginning. And it was just, I want snakes. And I'm going to have snakes, and I'm going to have them for pets. And they're going to be with me until they're no longer alive. That's just the way it is. But like I said, I do have some snakes. If the right people came to me and they fell right in love with, some of these snakes, I probably wouldn't mind letting them go. Because it's all about getting the right animals with the right people. And like I said, I don't think that I'm the only person out there that truly loves animals. There's lots of people out there that are just like me, that truly love animals and I have a special bond with animals. I have always said since I was a little kid, I have this feeling inside of me, and I don't care who thinks I'm out of my mind or not. I've proved it in the 52 years that I've been alive. I have not had one bad interaction with an animal. All animals that I interact with act like they've known me my whole life. And I have something inside of me that tells me, I fucking honestly feel I know exactly how they feel. As opposed to whether they're put off by me or if they're stressed in any way. And honestly, I just feel I have a natural thing inside of me that knows exactly what to do and what not to do at the right and wrong times. I just know, I feel like I have that special connection with animals that I can literally read an animal within a few minutes of being around it, how its demeanor is and how what's its attitude like. I really do. And I think that's why that's why I think that I have such, awesome relationship with snakes. And it's just the overall, I am an animal person at heart and through my whole body. My whole body is all about animals. My mind, my soul, everything is all about animals, and I love animals. And yes, I feel I can read people the same way as I can animals. People are easier to read than animals are. But I don't find animals hard to read at all. If you really love animals, it's not hard to read them. It really isn't. And some people just don't. It's not that they don't love the animals, they just don't have that connection with animals. You can still love animals and not have the connection that I'm talking about. And there's nothing wrong with that. I've just always had a natural read ability to be able to read animals. And like I said, maybe it was just because I had lots of practice on people, and but I love my animals. I love my snakes. But anyway, this has probably been a long enough video, and I only really gave you a couple things, to keep yourself safe. But definitely ask somebody to put your name, date, and time next to the photo of your snake that you're thinking about getting, just to prove to yourself that they have this snake in their possession. It's not someplace else and they're trying to sell it. And there are people out there that don't have all the snakes there on in their care, but that doesn't matter. They should be able to still prove to you that they can get that snake for you by putting your name in a piece of paper and the date and time and all that next to the snake. It at least proves that they actually have access to the animal that they're selling. It's not just some random picture they pulled off from Morph Market and now they're claiming that it's theirs and they're selling it. Because I had somebody do that. I had a short clip of my IMG boa on Instagram, and somebody took that and went on Facebook and was trying to sell her in the same video I took, and they were trying to sell my IMG Hypo Pastel for $300, for $300. And because I saw that, and I saw people messaging, there was like 4 people messaging him about that snake that wanted to buy it. And I messaged him and I said, look, that whoever this person is, that's not their snake. That is my snake. I said, I can show you a video. I'll send you a video right now of that exact snake and almost the same video that they have of my girl. Right down to my tattoos. My tattoos were in the freaking picture. It's like, and then I messaged the person and said, hey, why are you trying to sell a snake that you don't even have in your possession? That is my snake. That is my video you're using. And all they did is block me. They blocked me. But I kept checking on that post, and anybody that messaged him about my snake, I messaged them, and most of them said, oh, can you prove that it's your snake? And I said, you're darn right I can. And anybody that ever bought any snake from me has never had to even question whether I had the snake in my possession, because I did everything that I could to make sure that without anybody having to ask for anything to prove that I actually own these snakes and I actually have these snakes. Now, there's still going to be people out there that might try to sell that snake, try to sell you a snake and never plan on selling it too. They might have the snake in their possession, and still have no intention of sending you that snake. But, Morph Market, if somebody does that, they will kick them off Morph Market, and they'll try to get rid of any account that's linked to that person. They'll try to just get rid of it, and they won't even let them, you know, sell anything on Off Market. So there are places out there that do, you know, watch out for you. I like PayPal. I use the Cash App when I actually, you know these people are genuine. I'll use Cash App, but mostly all my transactions have been through PayPal. I like having, you know, the guarantee that if something happens, that I get my money back. You know, PayPal can be kind of a pain in the butt your first time. I had never used PayPal before. I didn't even have a PayPal account until I bought my first snake. And because I hadn't done any transactions in the past, they wanted that person to get their money and then send me the snake. You know, it just seemed like a pain in the ass, that first initial PayPal sale. But after we got that first one out of the way, everything seemed to be so much smoother after that. So don't just, if you haven't used PayPal before and you use it for your first snake purchase, just realize it might seem like it's more of a pain than it's worth, the first transaction, but it gets better after that. It's just PayPal making sure that you're actually a real person and it's not a fake account just set up. They're just trying to watch your back and watch the other person's back, whether you're the seller or whether you're the purchaser. They try to protect both, you know, the seller and the purchaser. So, but anyway, this has been a long enough video, 41 minutes long, and I didn't really give but a whole lot on how to keep yourself safe, but those are a few things anyway. You know, there are a lot more out there, I'm sure, but those are the few things that I always use. And I never got scammed off anything, you know, and I don't feel I got scammed on Thunder either. She didn't realize, you know, she didn't realize that, you know, it had retained sperm from the first male she paired with it, you know, and accidents happen, and I'm still happy that I have him, but it just made it to where I have absolutely no breeding plans for him whatsoever now. We're just going to love him the way he is and take care of him. And that's going to be it for Thunder. But anyway, remember, everybody have a great week. If you could sub, you know, if you're still here, if you could sub, let me know where you're at. You know, what snakes you have, what snakes you might be thinking about getting. You know, I'm interested. This is an interactive channel. I'm not just want to sit here on camera spouting off. I really like comments and, you know, and interacting with all you people out there. So anyway, remember, can't be good at it. Cheers.